childhood and that inner spirit that we always had. Because I always
okay, guys, once again, well, not once again, but it's May 13th, 2024, and as you can see, this is CBS Mornings, and you can see that, well, you can't see it, but it's 8:41 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm here in Orlando, Florida, but this is certainly May 13th, 2024, and but anyway. So I want you guys to know that that's not some sort of future projection. What I'm showing you on the television is actually being recorded today, and this is not some sort of piloted broadcast or some sort of fake broadcast sent to my television or cable program stating, you guys are not going to be able to get away with that. You guys just lost, okay? No matter what you guys said, I'm speaking to you. No matter what you guys say, you guys are going to sound schizophrenic or just blatantly criminal as government agents, as federal agents. You guys got caught. It's over. I'm God. I'm God. I'm Jesus Christ. It's just for me. But anyway, okay, so I want you guys to understand, I'm not watching BET at all, and it's not some sort of segment that's sent over to CBS News or BET, and I'm seeing different stuff on different channels. That's not what's going on. This is what I've shown consistently is all true, what I've shown consistently are all true, accurate. There's nothing that I've lied about at all in my video recording, YouTube, in my work papers, in my work reports, in my legal article. And I presented my legal article as a supposition, so therefore you cannot believe that the model itself is some sort of facade or some sort of illusory document, you know, or some sort of game or some sort of silly shit. I'm very, very serious. Okay, so it's May 13th, 2024, and you're gonna see one of the hosts or one of the I guess host of CBS Mornings, the light-skinned African-American woman, clearly in her mid-40s to early 50s, still in her mid-40s. She does have my biological child. She's within the program. I have spoken on this particular issue with her and other folks. It's not just in my mind that she does have my kid. And so Kamala Harris would think that she was crazy and perceiving me as who I am, Jesus Christ, God. That they all believe, and that she's not some sort of fanciful, crazy person. And she said, this is what Kamala did. She really did dye the hair of my kid with her. And she was told that I was going to get killed in war or in the streets and all sorts of stuff. So they had her dye the hair of my, not dye, but straighten, perm the hair of our kid together. And I caught them, and they're going to let go of that. Barack Obama, he's going to let go of this. Let go. Barack, you're going to let go right now. All right? But anyway, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to be harmed. I'm telling you, guys are just going to have to let go of your ego. When you have that level of egregious ego, that's when I step in. Okay? You don't deserve to feel better than anyone else. You don't deserve to call the shot, you know, to request the assassination of anyone. That's not the job of anyone. I am warning you guys. Okay? Don't say I was wicked and haven't punished you guys the way I have. All right? You're not sharing Kamala Harris or Doug Emhoff. None of that is going on. I'm always serious, young man. Middle-aged man. I'm always serious. Okay? Old man. I guess you're an old man now. All right? There's no conflict. There's no war battles between me and you, and you better keep it that way. Okay? I run Secret Service. I run everything. I want you to know that. Humble yourself. You messed up. Big time. Got it? But anyway, we're going to have a protective program, witness protection program for Barack Obama. He's going to fake his death next month, I'm pretty sure, June 2024. Or at the beginning of July, I'm pretty sure of it. Or maybe even on Independence Day, we'll see. But the White House is going to be demolished by the United States government, and the Russian government is going to be staged as part of the global war, and he's going to be purported as having been made deceased in visiting the White House with Joe Biden, and visiting Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and this and this and that. They're all going to purport their death, and I've explained, why and the surrounding, conditions. And she's going to say, I promise you, they have a lot of hope. They have a lot of hope that I'm not going to be right in having taken away the confidence of Barack Obama and belief that he was a better candidate to become the first world president. He was never any challenge, never any competition. I made him president of the first black president of the United States, and he knows that for a fact. But you know, he got too big for his britches, and sometimes that's what happens. But anyway, so see how humble I've been. I've been very humble, crazy man. But anyway, I'm going to write a work paper today. I'm going to author a work paper today, and it's going to be on the legal and political tenets of the associate state of the People's Republic of China, stature of Taiwan with respect to Taiwan. Taiwan, at the end of the war, will negotiate a deal with the United States and China to become the first associate state, first and only associate state of the People's Republic of China, and it will help democratize China with assistance from Hong Kong, and democratists in China waiting for this particular revolution to develop and evolve. You know, the democratization, the representative and popular democratization of the People's Republic of China, removing, essentially, we are going to remove, by the end of this global war, this is what's going to result. What happens in Manhattan and Moscow next month will lead to the abolition of nuclear warfare via an international and global treaty by 2026 or 2027. What happens in Manhattan, once again, and Moscow next month will certainly lead to that. Okay? And it will also lead to China agreeing to be democratized without having to overtly or overly, express so. It will mention that democracy is part of its interests to be studied and to be incorporated into the Chinese psyche, and this and that. They'll be able to articulate that in allowing and signing a deal to have Taiwan become an associate state of the People's Republic of China, and certainly not the United States of America, because we've already negotiated a deal to allow Vanuatu, the Republic of Vanuatu. Once again, we are going to allow the Republic of Vanuatu to become the third associate state of the United States, and that's going to occur. That particular manifestation is going to occur within the next decade to 2 decades. But first, it's going to be Dominica. The Commonwealth of Dominica will be declared and signed the first associate state of the United States. That's going to happen within the next few years. And then Seychelles, the Republic of Seychelles, will be declared and signed as the second associate state of the United States. And then the Republic of Vanuatu will be declared and signed the third associate state of the United States. Okay? So, and stop saying that I sound too much like Barack Obama. I don't want you guys to say that anymore. They actually said that about Matt Damon. They said he sounded like Barack Obama. Oh, whatever. But anyway, I was the only person who supported Barack Obama in the African American community all the way back when I was in high school. Trust me. They thought he was a bougie person, half white, not in touch with reality. The folks in the civil society sector of the United States, African American for the most part, the general public did not know Barack Obama before he became Barack Obama. Okay, but they all said no to him, and I forced them to say yes. He does not owe me anything at all, but I want him to know that. He just needs to say, okay, I get the point, and that's it. I get it. That's what he has to say. It put me through too much hell. I'm just not going to go through this anymore. So what has to happen will happen, guaranteed. Okay, so the NBA draft in 2024, June 2024, and then June 19th, the Juneteenth holiday, federal holiday, that particular week will serve to denote the demolition of Manhattan, with Lower Manhattan, the epicenter. Okay, it's going to be done by the United States military with help from the Russian government, and it was reported is done by the Russian military, as we have explained consistently. Okay, the Central Intelligence Agency and INTERPOL have explained consistently. So, yeah, this is in response to a real World War, which was planned by China, Russia, and the United States. They're going to pay up for it. They got caught. Okay, they got caught, and that's how they're going to pay up for it. They're going to have to stage, demolitions in the country purported as done by each other, enemy states, and so forth. And it's going to be the last war, the last global war, the last World War. We're going to make sure of it. And yeah, there's nothing else to say on this particular matter. But yes, I'm going to take my time on this particular paper. I'm going to author and I'm going to publish myself today. And the legal and political tenets of the associate state of the People's Republic of China, stature with respect to Taiwan. And it's going to be this particular title, or this essentially the same title or some sort of variated form, but it's gonna, When I sit down and I write it, I'll decide if that particular title specifically, each word actually, is necessitated by this series of work papers. But anyway, this communication effort. But so we have a lot of work to do. And speaking of the Central Intelligence Agency and INTERPOL, and all right, so it is true. I do have thousands of children, biological and genetic children, in all honesty. I have traveled all across the world over the past 15 years to be able to detect, identify highly intelligent and often attractive women who can sell, and they're that way for a reason. I've explained top secret. I don't want to have to go too much on divinity, since they are clearly undercover just like I am. You're okay? I am clearly Jesus Christ, but you're not seeing me walking around preaching all day long, only the gospel. But anyway, the angels, they are undercover. They're dreaming into this world, and sometimes they have no idea that they're angels for sure, especially when they attack for believing that they are angels. But eventually they get to the point of knowing it for a fact, trust me. Eventually they don't know for a fact, but I've detected most of them, of this particular segment of the next 10, 20, 30 years of me bringing in my 10,000 royal children from heaven via my procreation effort with my angels, all dreaming into this world from heaven in my city of God and angels with me. We are here on a mission to save the world and to get humanity into heaven, all within 500 years. This is Armageddon. This is the second coming of Jesus Christ. This is known to all of the member states of the United Nations, and this will be declared to the whole global population in 2044 when I am elected as Khaled Sundiata Hassan, the first world president, and commissioner of the United Nations world government. Okay? And that's just going to be the reality. The whole planet is going to be briefed on the good news is that everyone will be able to get into heaven over the next 500 years, that everyone will reincarnate after death over and over and over again over the next 500 years until in 500 years, until it's time for them to die and wake up in heaven. Everyone will be able to get into heaven. That's the good news, hidden by masonry, as well as the news that I'm consistently here on the planet. And I've been here on the planet under so many various aliases, various human covers for over the past 10,000 years. Okay, so that's the good news. Folks are gonna find that out. They're gonna find out that Jesus Christ is indeed Allah. And yes, I am Allah. I am Yahweh. I am Buddha. I am Brahma. I created the universe. I am 1,500,000 years old. I am from the original universe, the elder universe of this particular existence zone, and I'm the firstborn of an original colony cluster of the original universe, essentially a galaxy, which became an independent and sovereign universe that I created. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so everyone in this universe is at least 1 million plus years younger than me regarding my soul and my lifetimes. Okay, so that's the reason why when I do show up here on the planet, I make sure that I endure the human struggle as well as the rest of humanity. this is the last ride that I'm going to be on. It's coming to an end right now. What I've gone through the past 15 years, the misery I've had to go through to be able to do what I've done effectively without breaking the law, without criminal activity, naturally, was a bit oppressive, shockingly oppressive. It was quite much, but it naturally it's worth it. You know, this is the last ride I'm going to be on. This is it. Okay, I'm not going to have to struggle anymore in doing the right thing for humanity and in protecting my family. The most ancient of this particular constellation and the universe, in helping get Earth and the rest of the universe into heaven, into the second dimension. Okay, so I'm not going to have to go through the hell that I've gone through. Okay, and the hell that I've gone through and haven't had to test humanity like that and governments like that. It was just oppressive. But anyway, I need everyone to know that what else am I supposed to say on this particular issue of legal? Yeah, so I'm also going to explain the communication effort between China. I should be able to touch bases on this. China and North Korea having agreed to allow Kim Jong-un to fake his death between a war regarding a war conflict between South Korea and North Korea, and that he's been trained to become a democratist. He's going to do so from underground, democratize North Korea, and he's going to force the democratization of China. He was president of China when I was W.E.B. Du Bois in my old age. That was him. You guys can see the old photos of me, an very old man, visiting him in China. So he's my son. He's just one of my sons in heaven. He's one of my sons. He's known as the son of Buddha in secret in East Asia. Okay, so he looks soft for a reason. I know a lot of folks say, but his images contrast everything we say about him. I keep saying he's the worst kind of person in the world, but when you look at his image, he just looks so cuddly and soft. We are very confused. But anyway, but yeah, so we have a lot of work to do, okay? Okay, well, yeah, it's May 13th, 2024. I'm going to have to document that it says that on my tablet also. Well, so it's certainly May 2024. Suddenly May 2024. And as you can see, the Jennifer Hudson show segment on CBS News allows you guys to see at least, I'm not lying about the time frame, but still. It's May 13th, 2024.
How do you activate that though in yourself? How do you tell people to become their own advocate? How do they do that?
Well, one of my sayings is no one knows your potential the way you do. You know, you may have people like, you're not gonna make it, maybe you will, but sometimes they impose, their stuff onto you. So if you know what you can do, like even when I was eliminated from American Idol, I'm like, well, you still have your talent.
Well, yeah.
And
she's talking
has
about.
No choice but to give in.
Yeah.
And I think if it's a mindset. That
Okay, yeah. She's still mad at me. She's sure that I'm saying that I've never met her before. She was sure of it. But I'm gonna rectify that situation. She's not gonna be mad at me ever again. But anyway, and she showed some of the old footages or old photos of her on American Idol and this and that. All right, so yes, it's May 13, 2024.
I'm going to see you again at 9 o'clock. That'll be show.